This is World Champion Johnny Tention, and I'm going to go over some footwork drills to help you guys with your blitzes, your kicks, your punches. This drill can set you up into different entries where you can set up all your defensive kicks and all of your back face, your reverse punching on your blitzes. This is Mark Omar, up and coming young light middleweight.
Hi, Mark.
How you doing? All right, this is one of the things that I'm thinking about. When I'm sparring, if I don't, sometimes I would just go faster. Like if I can go fast on the guy, I would just keep running them over. But there are guys that know that I'm going to do that, and then they'll start throwing defensive side kicks. They'll start throwing these counter reverse punches underneath, so it's harder for me to go in a straight line. So these are one of the drills that I try to use to work on getting on an angle right here, whereas if I get to this angle, if I throw it backwards, he throws a side kick, I'm past him. Or if I can get to this angle, he throws a side kick, I can get behind him. So most good fighters, if they have any sense at all, would not allow you to do this. Or this is one bad habit that I'll see. I'll see most guys try to do this technique to get around somebody. They'll be like this. They'll be like this. Or no good fighter is going to let you do that. So this is one of the drills that I use right now. And I do this sometimes 15 minutes a day, you know, and this is what I'll do so you can kind of understand where I'm coming from. All right, this would be the person. This would be, I'm on one side, this person is on the other side. So this cone represents that person, just like if he was standing here on me, or if he was standing on this side, and this is me. What I want to do is, I want to work on getting to the left, and I want to work on getting on the right and make it a little bit smoother. So what I'll do is this. I'll step, and I'm going to break down these steps. I'll go one. The important thing about one is that my back leg and my front shoulder moves at the same time. So it cannot be 1, 2. It has to be at the same time. It's very important. I can't express the importance of it. So you want to go 1, 2. Small detail now. All the odd numbers, excuse me, all the even numbers are the same. 2 and 4 is always the same. This is 2. This is 4. Just like a neutral stance, regular position. Okay, so 1, 2 is that neutral position. 3, 4 is that neutral position. 5, I throw this hand up and I slide the back leg. I did not do this. Watch my back leg. That's too obvious for him to see or her to see. So I'll throw this hand up and I'll use my back leg at the same time. Slide. Here comes 2 again, that even number. 2, 3, 4. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. The reason I'm throwing this hand up is because the eye is attracted to movement. You know, we all look at something that's moving. We won't just ignore something that does this to you. So the reason I'm doing this to you, if you can see me from here, is because I don't want you to really see my back leg moving. So I'll just throw this up at you, just so you don't really see my back leg is moving. Now if I did this, you would still see. That'd be obvious. So I just want to throw this up so you can move, so you can see, look at my hand, not really pay attention to my back foot. And if you notice, my back foot is over here. And then I will step. Now, the reason I'm doing this is when I said 1, 2, notice 3. 3 is I'll fake. When I fake, I'm always making sure I'm past this cone. 4. Slide, don't step. You should hear your foot make that slide noise. Slide, hand up. 2, 3, 4. I'm going to break those down even with more detail. The reason I'm doing this is not only I'm working on getting to the side of him. You got to remember, when you're doing a drill, and if you want to use it on a high level, you want to train like somebody else can fight just like you. I don't have to do this for the guys that's not that good. But for guys that are good, you want to train just like there's a guy that's good. So I want to act like he knows what I'm doing. So when I go 1, 2, this is a fake that I'm using. Now if he comes forward on this fake, when I come back, I can use this as fake defensive side kick. I can use this as fake. If he happens to come forward, I can cut that angle. Mr. Mark, come in. If he does nothing, if he's one of those guys who has no idea what I'm doing, he goes, Johnny Tention, he's doing all that dancing, he's doing all these fakes and all this movement, and he's gonna stand there and look at me. Notice this is what happens. When I fake, if he does nothing, then he just allowed me to get closer. So if he does something, like let's say he picks up his leg for a defensive side kick, I can go back, and when it drops, I can just go to his body. Or let's say he doesn't pick up the defensive side kick. He's one of those guys that wants to kick a lot. So when I pick this, when I throw his face, he starts kicking at me, then I can start shifting back the other way again. Or I can go back to the first drill I just did when he starts kicking, I can go and get behind him. So this drill is always giving me a bailout. If he comes at me, so if he allows me to go 1, 2, and I get there, I can go forward with that blitz. If he comes at me, I can throw D side. He comes at me, bang, D side. Or I can bail out and use my footwork. Now on the opposite side, let's say I have a guy who's a lefty, and I want to get to the side of him. I want to avoid all his weapons. I can, but I really don't want to go to his weapons because I may get hit with one of these. And that's not fun getting hit. So what I want to do is I throw this leg up. He sees my head. He's not paying attention to his back leg behind him. Then when I step, my back fist is right there. So again, a little faster, I'll just go. And I'll just come off that line again. I'll just shift, and I'll come off that line, avoiding his technique and getting my technique on. So faster, the drill will look like this. With all of those things, one more thing I need to go, I'm sorry. I can do this, remember, he can fight just like me. So, he sees me go, ha! And he's going, I'm not going to let Johnny get behind me because he's going to hit me with that back fist. So he decides that he wants to throw his back fist at me. So when he throws it, I can throw the hook kick. So if he does not allow me to get to my 1, 2 to get my back fist off, and he comes at me in the middle of my technique, there's an option for me to bail out. So again, it'll be like this. When I shift, look at the angle. If he goes back and straight, so he's going this way, but my body's now here. So I would just put a hook kick to replace where I should have been. So if I go like this, he goes a back fist, I put a hook kick underneath. And I have hit many of you guys with it, so stop. So now, this is how the whole drill will look. I'll break it down to you. It will go like this. Remember, the only time I'm directly in front is in the beginning of this drill, right now. Never again will I ever be in the front of this cone again. No matter how long you do this, if you do this for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, you should never be in front of that cone ever again. So it's going to be like this, slow.
So I'm standing in front, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Remember the even numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Left leg steps, right shoulder turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go faster. 1, 2, 3. And I just stand there and I just do this all day. I don't even need to look at that cone. And that's footwork drill. It's not about, it's all about your exits and your entries. How you get in, how you get out. What you do in the middle is your own business. I mean, you can cut an angle, back fist, reverse, swing, hook, side kick. It's your creating how creative you are, but the principles always stay the same. Get in and get out is the most important things. How we get in, how we get out, avoid, and what we do. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it.
Us. Thank you, Jody.
$9,700 a building.